Hi and welcome back to another Data Hub training course video. This is a continuation of part 4, Advanced Formulas. But in this video we're going to start down the process of how I would automate a report using the Data Hub, using the Google Sheet formulas, and how you could go about doing something similar. And the idea here is not that you can go and necessarily create exactly what I'm going to create, but that I arm you with the tools to be able to go and start to automate the reports that you want to. Now, in this case, this is a very basic report, right? And we could call this you could call this whatever you want, the traffic report or whatever you want it to do. But basically, my end goal is that I'd have some sort of marketplace selector. I'd be able to select my marketplace. And then I'd be able to select a month. I might just call this month selector. And basically, as an Amazon user or an Amazon seller or a business, I'd be able to select a marketplace, select a month, and then I'd very quickly be able to see impressions, clicks, click-through rate, conversions, conversion rate, buy box percentage, and page views, right? So that's sort of my end result, my end desire, and we're just going to hop right into it. So if I were to make this on my own, I would first of all, I would have some sort of reference tab. So we'll just open up another tab and I'm just going to call this reference. Okay? One of the first things I'm going to do here is we'll just start right away and we'll work on what we would do for our marketplace. This says connector, but it should be selector. Marketplace selector. All sorts confused here. First, we're going to work on that. So I'll come over here and I'm going to use our formula SL venues. Again, this is just a formula that I know that you might not be able to see on your end, but it should work for you. So I'm going to use name and then venue ID. Perfect. Now this should pull in my venues or my marketplaces, and it does. So very quickly, I can come over here and we can make a drop down. So I might select this, come in here, data validation. I'm going to add a rule. I want it to be a drop down from a range, and I'm going to come over here, select my reference, and I'm going to select these marketplaces. Click OK, click Done. I've now created, and I can actually, sorry, I selected two boxes here. I should be able to select any one of my marketplaces, which I can. I'm just going to select one for now. Next is the month selector. And you could do this any number of ways. You could select any number of dates, but I'm just going to basically throw in a few months that we could use for that drop down. Again, you could do whatever you want, but I'm just going to throw a couple in. So I'm going to do May, let's do April, and let's just do March. So of course, again, customizable, you can do whatever you want. But I'm going to come in here and I'm going to add a rule, again from a drop down from a range, and I'm going to select these months. Click OK and Done. So now I should be able to select a month, which I can, which is awesome. And actually I can start filling out this area down here on the month. I can just select equals, select that, and I can very quickly look at the month that we want to use. Perfect. Now the next thing I want to do is, now that I have both of my drop down selectors working, next thing I want to do is figure out how I can populate this data here. And generally the way that I do that, and I could use this reference sheet as well. In fact, I might just for the sake of this, but sometimes I'll use another tab and call it raw data or something like that. Whatever is easiest. Now, if you're not as familiar with the formulas as maybe I am, you might need to open up the data dictionary and look for places where you could find this type of data, right? Um, Very quickly, I can come in here to column descriptions. I can control F and look for impressions, right? Um, and really, I want to be looking for a formula that's got impressions, clicks, click-through rate, conversions, all sorts of stuff. And very quickly, the first one I'm looking at actually might be the one I want. Campaign performance. It's got impressions, clicks. Let's see what else it's got. It's got all sorts of stuff. Um, so very quickly, I can look at, maybe this is the one I want, maybe it's not. In this case, we'll use this formula. I think this one will have everything we need. But that'd be the way to kind of figure it out.